Hi, good evening. Long time no see me in a video. Been away, having a great time in India. A couple of nights in Sri Lanka. Now I'm back in Melbourne, Australia. My eyes look weird. Anywho, so under the health and wellbeing banner, heard a radio ad when I got back. Something along government caught my interest because it's health and wellbeing. Now I'm seeing we're having a very huge uptake of people opting in to having various branded weight loss injections monthly. My understanding is it's averaging, mind you, I haven't had one, but averaging $250 and up, depending on what dosage. So the higher the dose, the more you're going to pay. All I know is from the absolute genuine compassion I have towards that topic, a lot of people are opting into it. Like I say, I'm not one of those people, but I don't know if there's any or to what level of informed consent these people are given. Done a little bit of research on it. Not long ago there was a drug called Duramine, or probably not even meant to name it, and I did a bit more research the other day on that. Apparently it still exists. But with said certain brands of weight loss injection that have left the market, they've just been rebranded under a different name. Some of the people who are on them are choosing to hopefully be on them long term, because some of them understandably believe, well, not believe, their experience is that it's taking away the constant thoughts around needing to eat food constantly. And those thoughts due to their injections monthly is eliminating that food noise. I'm not judging, by the way, I'm just genuinely compassionately curious, because to summarise once again, in our health system, of course it's for money, but it's a band-aid. Clearly for most that's not the root cause to the solution, but I totally understand with full empathy into that individual's choice as to if you've been or you are experiencing that as one of your massive daily life disruptions for you around your excessive weight, you would say yes. However, I personally did ask someone who is currently choosing the injection, is there any offering around mindset alongside of the injection? The answer was no. The person even went on to let me know that if they ever do choose to come off of it, they would look towards something along the line of a coach, health coach, naturopath. They said right now they don't have the finances to do that. So that's mindset. Because very likely some other ways, such as those ways, are potentially going to get to the root cause. Because once the person opts out of these drugs, they actually put more weight on than what they did before they went on them. So once again, I'm just curious, genuinely curious. Given the fact, if I was not, why would I care? Because there's also this delusion in society that someone like myself, who has a small frame body, who has had most of my life, call it what you will, a lot of my work in health and wellbeing has been around overweight society, because I see deeper than just the physical. I like to discuss more with an individual and ask that individual questions. And like I say, I totally understand why a person would opt into this. However, there's so much oxymoron around the fact of the money. Because whatever we want in life, we will find the money. Because it is also deeply about what we choose to spend our money on. So in hindsight, potentially, society is going to now have, which it always has in history, historically, weight loss has always been a target market, understandably, because you're prying on people's emotions, and that works. But I'm actually a little mind blown as to how the uptake, like I said, I got back and I heard this the other day and I went and researched, and I even went into the questionnaire that is online to put down certain answers to these questions so that then a GP can be allocated, or you can go to your GP. My understanding from this person is at the moment it's based around a BMI. Go figure. We ditched not long ago talk around BMI because in most cases it's not relevant. But if your BMI is slightly above and you still opt in, you then get to be, I would take that as potentially that's the informed consent. And anyway, like I said, I don't know every detail. What I do know is we're going to have more problems with weight issues in the next recent years because of these they're not new in my opinion, and let alone all the side effects that may come for some people not long after going on. A lot of people, they'll probably won't get to see these side effects till later, depending, I believe, on the GP and whatever you're on. Some GPs are aware that once that person gets target weight loss, they are then suggested to go off of those. Where some person I spoke to had said they hadn't come across that and hope not to, because they want to, at this point, stay on them long term. 250 Australian dollars a month. That's a lot of money. Actually, that's a real lot of money if you're staying on them long term, yet claiming that you can't afford to, but you would like to still implement other options, but you don't have the money. One ponders. Bye.